Hello, everybody, and welcome to BrokeN Boys. This is episode 92.
Whoa.
I'm Mike.
I'm Colin.
How are you doing this week?
I'm all right. You know, been working.
Mm-hmm.
Having a little bit of post-break, pre-end of semester fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Really don't want to be here. Just want to go home. But I can't for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Because instead of ending next week, we end the week after. So
Yeah. Usually we are out next week, but
yeah.
not now.
But you know, got back from break. You know, unpacked all my shit, put all my stuff, put my PS5 in. You know, plugged all my shit back in, and then I laid down on my bed, and I went, I'm forgetting something. Did I? What? And then I looked. I got up and I was like, "What am I missing right now? I'm missing."
I know. I hate that feeling. Where you just know
Yeah.
something is missing, but you don't know what.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I put the keyboard for my laptop in my desk. I don't have my laptop or my tablet. Fuck. I don't have my tablet that I do all of my schoolwork on, that I have all my notes for econ on, that I watch all my things on. So I was a little upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily I don't have to go all the way through the rest of the semester without it, because my dad has a work thing in St. Louis next week and he's going to bring it down for me. But this week's been a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
Had a quiz in econ that I missed because I slept in.
Oh, shit.
Love it. But that's okay, because he drops the lowest quiz score and he's, you know, doubling the highest one, which is nice. You know, I've also had to write notes, paper and pen. Ugh, icky, gross. Neanderthal.
Philosophy professor makes me do that.
Well, that's like one of your first people that said that.
That is true. Yeah, I know.
So yeah. A lot of my professors have been like, no technology in the classroom. And it's like,
and then if you blow on them, they'll like disintegrate into dust. Yeah.
Like, what year is it?
Yeah.
So that's been fun, having to watch YouTube on my phone. What is that shit? I haven't done that in a long time.
Am I just weird for doing? I do that a lot when I'm.
Well, you don't have like a tablet.
Like
You'd have to like watch it on your.
Or like laptop, I guess. But
yeah,
like,
but you don't want to rest a laptop.
I know.
And if you fall asleep with your phone on YouTube, it's not a big deal. Same thing with the tablet. So it's like, you know.
That's fair.
It's not weird to watch YouTube on your phone. I'm just not used to it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, and everything's so small. I'm like, I'm used to that. But
yeah. Average, yeah. Yeah.
But otherwise, just been working. Got a raise, which is nice. Everyone got a raise, $2 raise.
Not me.
Well, get a job. Get off your ass and get a job.
I probably would get a $2 raise if I got a job right now.
Would you?
At least.
You know, you can come work at the gas station with me. Spend all day, every day on campus.
That's what I want to do. I want every day of my life to be like this week. Yeah.
Yeah. We chose to match today.
For no reason whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
No reason at all. Mike ditched me and our friend today. Fucked up. We went to the
I was happy.
We went to the better dining hall though.
Oh, you did end up going with them?
Yeah.
That's good.
I got to explore that dorm, which I've never explored before.
Oh, that dorm? I don't think I've ever been in those dorms either.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice in there. They had like a pool table. They have a whole like a little movie room in the basement. Like Where was this shit at my dorm?
We go to a school that has a lot of focus on the athletics.
Yes, but this was also the first dorm for the school. So
the very first. Yeah, that's right. Because they all were.
There's something about that,
point.
maybe. But at the same time, it's like, fuck, dude. Mm-hmm. The one I stayed at sucked ass. One elevator worked for the last 5 months of school. Mm. But, just been maxing, relaxing. We'll get to Monthly Roundup in a little while, but this week I listened to Quadeca's album, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. I listened to Wet Leg by Wet Leg.
Oh, shit.
And I listened to the new Half Alive album, which we'll also talk about. Wrapped came out, which we'll also talk about later. But how are you this week, Mike? It's been a busy one, I'm sure.
Busy. That's what I started off with. Yeah, I think I alluded to it last week, or maybe even the week before. Or yes, last week when we recorded our episode last week. Yes. That this week was going to be really long for me. And it has been.
What?
Yeah, I know. Crazy how I was able to foresee that.
Yeah.
So if I seem a little out of it, I am tired. And I will probably take a nap after we finish up here. We'll see.
Nap? You don't need a nap. Get some caffeine pills.
I just need a life. Yeah.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah. I just need some heroin, Knock me out for a little bit.
Oh.
Who the fuck?
Photos.
Why are you...
It's
just...
Spoilers!
Why does it open up now? My Spotify Wrapped shit came up. Oh, that's another thing. When we talk about Spotify Wrapped, I mean, I'll probably mention it again once we start, but, we haven't seen each other's. Anyways.
Mostly.
Yeah, well, that's partially your fault, too.
It's not my fault. I told you not to look. I told you specifically I was going to post it on my Snapchat story and my Instagram. And you know what this motherfucker did on Snapchat? Instead of, when he got to mine, swiping past it or just, not looking and taking, he went, oops.
That's not what I fucking did.
You looked down and you went, oops.
It's not what I did.
Yeah, basically.
No, it's not.
It would have been so easy for you to not look at the screen and just swipe past it. But what'd you do? You looked down, you went, oops. You saw something, and then I told you also I was posting on Instagram, and you went, oh, let's go through my timeline. Oh, there's Colin's.
Oh, I just can't use Instagram?
Or you just, scroll right.
Am I not allowed to use Instagram?
You just don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Why did you not look at it? I didn't look at it. I saw that it was you, and I was like, what? But I saw the info.
Dumbass.
This week was long. Yeah, so,
Sorry, I didn't.
Got back. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was wiping away tears. I don't like confronting people. Except fucking assholes like you.
That's fair.
Anyways, I'm tired. I feel like the busyness really started on Sunday because I felt, I knew that it was going to be, I got weird sleep the night before, and I knew, I was tired, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go back a little bit earlier than I usually do, which I usually go back pretty late, back to school and, apartment. But I've been like, I'll leave a little bit earlier. Not really accounting for I would be driving back, from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, or no, more like 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, on the day after, or day before break ends. So there's that. We'll probably have to get that door in a sec. So I didn't account for that, and then, a whole bunch of college students were driving back that day.
We all know they're all good drivers.
Very good drivers. I was going definitely the speed limit in the lane that I need to. Definitely the speed limit. And despite going definitely the speed limit, there was many cars passing me very, very fast. I'm like, okay. And there were 2 really bad traffic delays on that drive. Yeah, I was able to kind of avoid one of them, and I could have avoided the second one as well, partway through it. But I was taking my chances, it's going kind of all right. But then by the time I passed the, literally right after I passed the exit I could have taken off, it just stopped. There was no more moving. I was like, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was kind of sucky. Yeah, then Monday came around. And I've mentioned on the podcast before, but I have a commute to school. I have a 30-minute commute. So once I'm at school, I'm there for as long as I need to be for the day because I'm not driving back and then going back again. Because of that, we had the recording session for the film on Monday night from 9 to 11 p.m. because that's the time that we could get. So we recorded the string players and our saxophonist and had our conductor help out with that as well. This is my music that I composed, by the way. I don't know why I did it like that. This is my music. That's a good idea. So then he got it. Kind of has to go at a weird angle. We did that recording session, which was good, but then I got back really late, and that was, really late. And Tuesdays are normally my busy days, which I think I've also mentioned because I have like 6 hours straight of classes. But this week it was my shortest day. So the Tuesday happened. I got back. I like did all my stuff. Whatever. Went to sleep. Wednesday, had to stay for a band concert. Not mine, but a concert I needed to attend. Had to stay until, about 10 o'clock-ish again, 10 p.m. Got back. Then Thursday, yesterday, we had our band concert this time at like the same time, 8 to 10 p.m. And, that went pretty well. Had a couple solos, and they all went pretty well, too. Got some good compliments and stuff. It was just kind of a general last end of the semester concert, It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Did that, and then also one of my friends who will be going to our school starting next semester, he had like an orientation thing today, but it was early in the morning today. And he's like, I'm not sure if I want to take a train down like super, super early and whatever. Instead he came last night and he went to the concert with us. Oh, my parents came down too, and they got us dinner and stuff, which was really nice. Got some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
A little bit before concert, which was nice. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I know you're big fans of the podcast.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah. They got me and my buddy food, did the concert, and then drove my buddy back here. But then I had to be up early this morning to drive him over there after, having a long week, which, I'm fine with doing, but it's just an extra thing making me more tired today.
Should have made him get a hotel.
Huh?
Should have made him get the hotel.
Get a hotel on campus?
Pretty much.
Yeah. That probably would have been the only other option to do, but then he'd have to pay money for that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You got a job?
It's a courtesy thing. You got to sleep with a little burrito blanket on our couch. So.
That is a comfy blanket.
It is, yeah. No, it was nice. He wanted to see our place anyway, too. And he got to see the band concert, too, which he liked. So.
That's nice.
Yeah. There was that. And then basically any free time I had at home, I was spent doing other schoolwork because I still have a lot of schoolwork to do this weekend. A lot of shit to do. I'm not done yet, but at least I get to sleep in tomorrow. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Overall, it's been fine. There's been cool things that happened this week. It's just been a very, very long week, and I want to go to sleep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's almost over.
It's almost over. Yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say. I mean, things I listened to, I also listened to the Half Alive album, and then 100 Gex came out with like a 3-song EP today, or yesterday. Literally 6 minutes long, and I guess I listened to that as well, which I'll talk about.
Yeah.
But
music news otherwise, Kanye's fucking stupid still, and needs to be deplatformed really, really badly.
He just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, somehow he just keeps digging his hole, digging it. Dig it up, bump, bomb, digging it. Like Holes, the movie with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
You ever seen Holes?
Yeah, I've seen Holes.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Great movie.
They eat like the fucking the onions on top of the mountain.
Yeah. They were actually apples.
I know. I saw that video too.
Fuck. Yeah, but he was on InfoWars with Alex Jones, and he couldn't stop talking about how much he loved Hitler. He loves Hitler. Hitler, who invented the highway and the microphone he uses now.
Yes.
Very historically accurate.
Of course, yeah. And you know you're really saying some shit when you're making Alex Jones uncomfortable.
Yeah, Alex Jones like, I don't think Hitler's a good guy, but I do agree that the Jews are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kanye's like,
No.
I like Hitler.
I love a lot of things that Hitler did. Shut the fuck up, man. Oh my god. I don't know. I know he does a lot of this shit for, just to get eyes on him, to like fuck with people. But this is just way out of hand, man.
Yeah.
It's out of hand. It's been out of hand for the last few months. He got condemned by Israel, and he posted something on Twitter before getting banned, which, whoa, that's crazy in the Elon Musk era, because he got unbanned by Elon, and now he's back banned because he posted a Star of David with a swastika inside of it. What the fuck is this loser doing?
Yeah.
Fucking loser. He sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks.
And just to give a little bit of context to what he was saying, which I'm not saying is good, in fact, it's very much not. What he was trying to say is that he likes everyone. He thinks everyone has the ability to do good things. But I'm pretty sure killing 6 million people of a specific group cancels out any other good things you may have potentially done in your life.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty heavy weight down on everything else you do in your life. But I just figured the context should be there for what he said. He's not like just straight up like being a Nazi yet.
Yes.
But it's still terrible, and that's fucking awful things to say, awful things to do, like putting the swastika and the Star of David and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
man is not well. It needs to be out of the public eye and not have a platform, like you said.
He needs help. He needs help. He's fucking stupid and a loser, and fuck Kanye West.
Yes.
Dude, seriously, don't let this man see his children. His children don't need this kind of shit in their lives.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man. This sucks. Like,
yeah.
Ooh. And all of his supporters are like, oh God.
Yeah.
Stop. You made graduation.
Yeah, there's a guy on TikTok that I'm sure you've seen, but like on any Kanye post, he would always, like, his name was Kanye West Lover 911 or 911, I don't know, but he would just always just comment on posts, Kanye West Lover 911. That was just it. Whenever Kanye was mentioned at all, it was just kind of a funny meme. And I've been seeing so many posts just like, I wonder how he's feeling right about now.
I wonder how the guy who started Ye the Goat No Cap is feeling.
Well, he's been kind of not. He's been like being like, I don't know about this one on like the last, like basically since the Jew stuff, DEFCON 3, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Jesus.
And if anything, it does make me feel a little more comfortable with his older music though, because there's specific lines on Graduation where he literally says shit like I'm flashing lights. He's like, I hate these N-words more than the Nazis. So like, it's a different person.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to choose to see it. It's a different person.
Yeah, that's how I've seen a lot of people saying that as well. Like, and people are like, I separate the art from the artist. But in this instance, you should...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not supporting future music from Kanye.
No, me
yeah.
But I'm just saying, man, like, you listen to any of his music, you're still supporting him in a way.
Yeah.
And it sucks, I know. He's made some bangers. But he's a loser and stupid.
Yeah.
And stop listening to him. He should have taken his music off of Spotify when he was supposed to. Or when he wanted to. Because then people could only listen to his shit on a stem player. Which, another amazing idea that he had. And that, did you know Hitler invented the stem player?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's why he loves him so much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you hear Hitler also loves Kanye?
Oh, I didn't. But
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
100 Gex announced their album.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that.
It's coming out in March.
Gotcha. Yeah, 100 Gex are tied with Half Alive on some of the worst album rollouts I've seen in a while. Because, 100 Gex dropped, 2 singles, early this year, and then just went radio silent, and then now released a 3-song EP, but apparently now have also announced an album at the same time.
Yep. I think it's March 17th or something like that.
Okay.
So there's something for you to get excited for.
I guess so.
The second Paramore single comes out next week.
Oh, shit.
They're called The News. Very excited for it. Get ready for me to be a very annoying person.
Mm.
Because I've become a Paramore stan in the last few months.
Mm.
So I'm sorry. But I'm not, because that band rules.
I need to listen more. I do like their stuff. So.
Yeah, man, it's good. Half Alive released an album.
Mm-hmm.
What? Tyler Joseph said that the MTV Unplugged stuff will not be on Spotify this year. This year, he said that
makes it sound like there's future plans.
he said couldn't get it done this year. But then he was like, but I'm very excited about this new music I'm working on.
Oh.
So,
you see that in an interview or something?
no,
or?
it was just on his Instagram
Okay.
story.
I missed that, yeah.
That's fun. It was also his birthday yesterday or the day before or something like that. But other than that, nothing crazy in the music world other than Kanye, who is insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do first?
I was going to ask you that question, too. Do you have any preference?
Not really.
Okay. I'd say we can go through the rap since that's the first thing that happened this week, in terms of, topics we'll talk about.
Yeah.
We will talk about the Half Alive album. Yeah, I think we could just go through the rap.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of start the guiding and stuff. Or do you just have screenshots you're going through as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or,
well,
I can go through the wrapped.
I mean, that's up to you. Because I know they, say things and whatever. I didn't take screenshots of that.
What song is it?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's Matt Watson. That's what it is.
Okay.
All right, let's see. The genre verse. It takes a while for it to go through its thing.
Oh, yes. This one immediately... So, it tells you how many different genres you explored. It's the very first thing that happens, and it kind of pissed me off right off the bat. I think it's phrased poorly. I'm pretty sure what it means is new genres you discovered in the year. Mm-hmm. But it just says you explored 16 different genres for me, which makes it sound like I didn't fucking listen to anything. When in reality, I've been listening to a lot of genres the last few years.
No.
I just found 16 new ones this year, I guess. But I'm just that's such a stupid stat. Just tell me how many genres I listened to in total.
Mine was 10, which was
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And, I know that's not true for you either.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been very diverse this year.
Yeah, no, you have.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But can you guess my top?
Your top what?
Top
genre? Oh, probably pop rock or modern rock. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you know?
Probably because it's mine, too. Do you want to go through yours?
Yeah, I have modern rock at 1, pop at 2, rap at 3, indie pop at 4, and rock at 5.
Believe it or not, ours are pretty similar.
What?
Can I make this any bigger? I can.
Sure can.
I have modern rock at 1, hip hop at 2, pop at 3, indie pop at 4, and escape room at 5.
What's escape room?
I believe escape room is stuff like hyper pop and death grips and shit like that. It's kind of experimental stuff. I'm not sure why it's called that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
and we got our phases of the day.
Yeah, I didn't really understand these or these.
It's just the type of music you listen to throughout the day.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was kind of dumb.
I kind of like it.
I don't know.
My mornings were hectic, peppy, and joyful. My afternoons were rebellious, hype, and soft. And my nights were soothing, tranquil, and quiet.
Wow. Nice. My mornings apparently were affectionate, cathartic, and rebellious. I have to do this on every single... I seized the day with angst, cathartic, and exciting, so we're still... Oh, wait.
Oops.
we're still cathartic. I'm cathartic in the morning and in the day.
Of course.
And then my night times are feel good, yearning, and bittersweet, apparently.
That feels good for nighttime.
I guess so, but I feel like I don't change anything I listen to based on the time of day. So, well, I guess sometimes in the nights, that's like when I'll listen to like a Phoebe Bridgers Punisher or some shit like that, but not like usually.
Okay. All right, and then we have minutes listened this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down from last year, which was like 52,000. I'm down to 31,420. 31,420 minutes, which is 83%, higher than 83% of listeners in the U.S.
Nice. I think I'm a similar number. I am...
More than you, bitch!
You're always more than me. This is actually a lot for me this year. I think this is the most I've ever had. It's 30,383 minutes. More than 82%.
That surprises me that you don't have a lot of minutes every year.
No, yeah, I mean, I think it's because I think people listen to music in the background more than I do. Like, I do, like, when I'm driving, obviously, and that's why it's more this year than previous years, because the whole year I was commuting to and from school and stuff like that. So, like, that's an hour every day at least. But usually I'm listening on campus and shit, too. I don't really put it in the background of me doing, like, homework or anything like that, because it just kind of distracts me. I listen to, like, instrumental stuff on YouTube or something, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think I listen to it less in the background than people do. And when I'm listening to music, I'm just, like, listening to music, you know? Like, that's, like, a part of my day or something.
Yeah. My youngest brother, he always has an AirPod in.
Yeah.
At every moment of the day. So he has music playing constantly. And he had, like... Oh, let me see how much he had.
Mm.
It was like... It was something like 40-something thousand or something.
I would expect it to be more than that.
Yeah, me too. Might be more.
I was seeing some people with like 70,000 and shit.
It was 46,200 minutes.
Yeah.
Which, pretty good.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm surprised you have more than me. I'm like, you always have an AirPod in, and I work. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And next we have Song of the Year. Top Song of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess mine?
This is one of the things I wasn't spoiled on. I can't guess yours.
No, it was one of the first songs of the year of the Song of the Week.
Sacrifice?
No.
First songs of the year? When I first think really early of the year, I just think Dawn FM. I can't think of anything else.
Okay. It was Sober to Death by Car Seat Headrest.
That was this year that we found that shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Beginning of the year.
That's crazy. I thought that was last year. Damn.
Nah,
that's cool.
I listened to it 36 times. The most listens on January 10th.
Damn.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. What was your song of the year?
Nice. My song of the year
was... Yeah,
what do you think it is?
I saw the album cover, but I couldn't guess it was off that album anyway. It's off of Ants From Up There. I'm going to say the place where he inserted the blade.
It's Concord! I think it's because Concord was a single, so I listened to it a few times before the album came out. But then also it's one of the, just like... it's one of the best songs on that album. Yeah. So, like, I listened to it, like, in passing a few times, too. I played it 42 times throughout the year with the most listens on February 4th, 2022, which is close to Valentine's Day, I guess. Or, no, I think that's actually close to when the album came out, so. That's probably what it really was. But, yeah.
Okay. And then we have artists, the amount of artists we listened to. I had 429.
Hopefully I got that stat. Nope.
Oops.
I forgot to take a screenshot of that.
It's probably quite a bit.
Yeah. 429? Mm-hmm. Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. Top artist of the year, do you have that screenshot? I don't know why it would be...
I should. Hold on. Avert your eyes for a second. Did these get out of order or something? Yeah, they did get out of order. Okay, that's cool. You sure you didn't, like, skip one? Okay.
I'm going through the Wrapped.
Yeah, I'm just saying, are you sure you didn't, like, skip a slide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's yours.
Yeah, there's mine. Don't look anywhere else. But, yeah, I listened to 590 artists this year, but one ruled my world.
I bet I can guess.
I bet you can guess, too. Hold on, we're going to go back like this, and I don't know if the best way to do this. Okay, yeah, just don't look. My top artist was Black Country New Road.
What?
Whoa. Can I fucking see the bottom of this, please? Okay, just Keep your eyes in the middle. I spent 2,627 minutes with them, and I was in the top 1% of their listeners this year.
I'm surprised you weren't .05 or something, but
yeah,
a lot of people were into them this year, so
that's true.
That's
they had a very big year.
Mike, this was spoiled for Mike, but my top artist was Kendrick Lamar. Hell yeah! Yeah, I was at 1,255 minutes, and I'm in the top 2% of Kendrick listeners this year.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirski. Okay. I couldn't stop listening to Family Ties, which is true. Family Ties is fantastic. Let's see. Cover of a mag. Okay, these are the top 5 artists. Okay.
Top 5 artists?
Top 5 artists.
My top artists. Top 5. Little unsurprising. Oh, okay. Black Country New Road, Radiohead, Kendrick, Black Midi, and Clipping. I don't know how Clipping keeps sneaking up into mine, because I don't like... I feel like I don't really go out and like listen to their stuff as much as others, but I'm not mad to see them there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But, I'm not surprised by any of that.
Nope, me neither. Me neither.
Mine were Kendrick, The Strokes, Redacted, Green Day, and the Backseat Lovers made it on.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
I guess I listened to them.
I mean, you found
lot.
I showed you their first album this year. Actually, that may have been shown to me this year too.
It was a few months. It was like a couple months ago, but I guess I listened to that album a lot. So it was just they made it on there. Redacted is one of the canceled artists this year. I bet you can figure out who it is.
We talked about him earlier. No, I'm kidding.
He's gonna be wearing orange in County, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just happy not to have Kanye or him on my raps. I was like, I have a presentable rap. I look sad and alone, but I have a presentable rap.
Yeah. Next we have the amount of time we listen to a podcast, the top podcast.
I think you did skip the song.
Did I?
Because it would have shown by now.
Hold on. I played 2,391 songs. I guess I did skip it. Okay. All right.
We're going to go back in order. Oh. Okay. Do you want me to start the songs? Or
I can start.
Okay.
All right. Top 1 was Sober to Death, as I said before. Number 2 was Believe Me by James and the Shame. Number 3 was Selfless by The Strokes. Number 4 was As It Was by Harry Styles. And number 1 was 1 in a Million by Redacted.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by any of that. Believe me, I listened to a shit ton when it came out. Selfless, I had a fixation on that song when I first started listening to The Strokes. As It Was, I don't know how that snuck on there. I feel like I listened to a lot more songs, a lot more than that one, but I don't hate it there, so that's fine.
There you go.
Rather it be on top of Redacted than below him, I guess. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. My top songs, I got a really diverse list this year. At number 1, like we talked about, Concord, Black Country New Road. 2nd, The Place Where You Inserted the Blade by Black Country New Road. 3rd, Chaos Space Marine by Black Country New Road. 4th, Good Will Hunting by Black Country New Road. And 5th, Mark's Theme by Black Country New Road.
Yeah.
I listened to this album a lot.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or
crazy.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen to me this year again, where I had...
Oh, it was all 21 Pilots for you, right? Mine was mostly 21 Pilots last year.
Yeah. I'm glad it was more diverse this year. But, understandable. Great album.
Yeah, I mean, the 21 Pilots, I remember I was a little mad that I had 3 of those in my top. I think it's just because that album, was a little more mediocre for them. But I'm not really mad about this or surprised by this because I know I listen to it a lot and I'm happy to see the representation, honestly.
Yeah. All right.
So,
next we have podcasts.
Yes.
All right.
Blah, 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 blah.
I spent 10,037 minutes listening to podcasts.
I spent 2,816 minutes listening to podcasts.
That's crazy. My top 5 podcasts were Chuckle Sandwich, BrokeN Boys. Ear Biscuits, which is Rhett and Link's podcast.
Yeah.
Dynamic Banter went down from 1st to 4th this year. And Tiny Meat Gang at number 5.
Nice. Mine were Tiny Meat Gang at 1, Chuckle Sandwich at 2, Better Call Saul Insider Podcast at 3, and Sleep Deprived Podcast at 4. And number 5 was...
That's a good podcast.
Yeah. I only had 4.
Listen to more podcasts, Mike. Jesus.
I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. The Tiny Meat Gang one's at the top because when I was door dashing earlier this year, I listened to that a lot when door dashing. I was surprised Chuckle Sandwich didn't overtake that.
Yeah, I'm surprised I did that too.
I kind of go on and off with listening to that on YouTube or watching it, or listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube. So,
but I spent 2,124 minutes with Chuckle Sandwich.
Nice. I spent. Did it even tell me? It did. I spent 1,226 minutes with the Tiny Meat Gang podcast.
Makes sense. All right, next we have our...
What's that supposed to mean?
Next we have our, I don't know how they said it. What kind of listener you are.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Fan Clubber. You're a type of fan that artists dream of. When you love an artist, you cycle through entire albums, playing their hits and every song in between. And the little letters underneath were FNVC. Familiarity, newness, variety, and commonality. Which, a lot of antonyms in there. Variety and commonality. And familiarity and variety. I don't know. But, yeah, that's fun.
That's kind of stupid for you to have that one, not gonna lie. I'm the Fan Clubber. Is this the exact same list as yours? Okay, yeah. So yes, I got the exact same thing, which I'm honestly not surprised by. We both listen very similarly to music. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Was that the end of it?
That's the end.
Yeah, and then there's that.
Awesome.
All of that.
Look at that. It was a good wrap this year.
Yeah, I didn't really like a lot of the subcategories they had.
Yeah, I think
I wasn't huge on this. What type of listener you are, and then also the morning, day, and night thing. I thought was a little dumb.
I forgot what they had last year, but I had fun with it.
It was like, what emotion were you, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. I like those.
Like that. I remember it was like one that was like, what would soundtrack your movie or something like that.
That one was cool too.
There's cool stuff. I feel like this year was just really bland, like a lot of the stuff that they did, but. I don't know. I still enjoy getting them, so
that's great.
Yeah.
And then we have the podcast.
Oh
wrapped.
Yes.
Let's see. We released 44 episodes this year, with 3.4 thousand minutes. We were listened to in 7 countries.
Oh.
And we were up from last year by 70% hours.
Hell yeah. We only go up.
Your podcast saw a lot of gains this year. 66% up in streaming, 43% up in listeners, and 20% up in followers.
Ooh.
Our podcast listeners' personality is the enthusiasts. Your listeners are super fans. When their favorite podcast releases a new episode, they're among the first to know, going above and beyond to show their support.
Oh, shit.
Couldn't do it without you, MILFs.
Thank you, MILFs.
Love you. We were the top 10 podcast for 17 of you. We were the top 5 podcasts for 12 of you. And we were the top 1 podcast for 5 of you.
Damn.
One of them being my youngest brother.
Shout out.
And one of the top 5 and 10 being me, unfortunately. But I was looking for funny moments for the TikTok. The 7 countries we were listened to in are United States, Australia, Germany, Switzerland, and Belgium. I don't know how you understand us, but Guten Tag.
You can't speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
I'm an American. I speak English. That's it. That's how everyone's like.
Guten Tag, hello, and hello. And then our highest...
I wonder if the Australian came from the Aussie Ed Sheeran bit.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Aussie?
Aussie?
That's funny.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. Oh, you little cheeky bucker.
Ah, you little cunt.
You little cheeky cunt.
Yeah.
But our top played episode, which is weird, or our one that got the more streams than usual was the artist analysis for Panic at the Disco. It had 267% more streams than our average episode.
What the fuck? I feel like I didn't comprehend that number when you said that to me. Yeah. Once you said it out loud. That's interesting.
So...
Thanks.
But yeah,
appreciate it.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Love you, MILFs.
Call me. Okay.
All right.
And then we got the monthly roundup.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to talk about Half Alive first?
Kind of want to do monthly roundup.
Okay. And then we'll go more into detail on Half Alive, or do you want to just like?
Well,
it'll be the last one on both of our lists.
No, it won't be monthly roundup because that came out in December, dumbass. That'll be for next month.
That's not how we usually do it.
Yeah, it is. The end of the month.
Okay, whatever.
I listened to Quadeca's album before November ended.
Okay, all right.
So
November is here.
You have to copy paste that for your December. Bitch. If we even have one for December. Holy shit.
How many did you have?
I have 1, 2.
I just like slapped my dick on the table right there.
4, 5,
1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Okay, I have 11.
Awesome.
So I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
All right, monthly roundup. We're gonna talk about the albums that we listened to for the first time this month, and just kind of talk about our feelings on it. The first thing I listened to was Elena by Floating Points, who is he's a UK producer and like electronic musician. I kind of did this a little bit for a class because I presented on Promises, which is that orchestral work with the saxophonist and electronics and shit I talked about a few months ago, I think. But this is his like debut album, and I really enjoyed it. I think there's a lot of cool mixtures of jazz and like rock and stuff in here. I haven't re-listened to it, but I do want to, and I definitely will in the future because it's really cool instrumental shit that like I'm gonna be putting on in the background when doing stuff. But yeah, I think I give it like a decent 8 or something. Like there's a lot of good stuff in here, so check it out if you're interested in that.
Cool. Yeah. First album I listened to this month last month. It's December now. Mm-hmm. Crazy. I listened to was Changes by King Giz and Elizabeth Wiz. Mm-hmm. I have not returned to it. I only listened to it once in the background, pretty much. So I don't have solid thoughts on it. But, it's more of that King Giz goodness. They're immensely talented, and I admire their work ethic. I don't really have a way of rating them because I only listened to it once at the beginning of the month, so I don't remember any of it, other than the fact that it was good, from what I remember. Which is none of it.
But you remembered it was good.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have a rating for it. I don't have favorite songs from it.
I forgot we do the favorite songs thing.
I just remember
I wouldn't have had any from Elena anyway. Yeah.
Good. All right.
Cool. Next thing I listened to was Smithereens by Joji.
No, maybe two.
Nice big one. I like this one more than some other people do. Like, I don't love this album. I think there's definitely a lot of issues with it, but a lot of people dislike it more than I do. I still think it's his most like consistent work, and I think like throughout it there's enough cool ideas that make me go like, huh, that was a nice little project. I really like Glimpse of Us. I really like I like Feeling Like the End. It just is a little incomplete, that one, but I like Die For You a lot. I do like Knight Rider, which a lot of people don't, and I like Yukon Interlude. I don't know. I agree that it's like short and definitely a little rushed out, but like it's still like I feel like really solid stuff within the tracks that I'm okay with being out there. Mm-hmm. I just wish they were expanded upon, but I don't know. I still like it. I've listened to it a few times. I'd give it like light to decent 7 or so. Yeah.
Cool. My next one's also Smithereens by Joji. Mm-hmm. It's grown on me since it first came out. Still wish it was a little longer. But there's still plenty to like. I like a lot how a lot of the songs sound. It just, it didn't connect with me as much as Nectar does. I love Nectar a lot. And I think that there's bangers on bangers, amongst the filler and the fat in that one. But this one's just like done. And it's like, okay. But, there's still bangers on here. Like, Glimpse of Us came out way earlier. I think it was like in the summertime. Die For You is fantastic. Really good. And Yukon's also really good. But I don't dislike anything from it. I just Knight Rider wasn't my favorite, but I thought it was okay. I gave it a decent 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Next thing I listened to was "See You There" by Mr. Matthew Watson. And I liked it. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I really like his exploration of genres that he goes throughout the whole thing. I think there's a lot of cool stuff to be heard in here. To be completely honest, I don't remember a lot of it, so I put a heart on "Work It Out" and "Nebraska," so I really liked those ones. I liked how he played with shoegaze on choral, and I think I liked the style he played with on "Even Now," the second interlude. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. I just still wasn't a huge fan of his delivery on a lot of it, and I don't know, some of the lyrics to me were slightly distracting. Just I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the delivery of a lot of the stuff, but I still think it was a really good project, and I think he can do a lot of really cool things in the future. I'd probably give it like a strong 6. I think is what I have it at. It's good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I also have "See You There" next by Matt Watson. I still absolutely love this album. A big fan of Matt's sound. I like how he plays with the different varieties of genres. I do like his voice and delivery, but I understand it's not for everybody. I get it. But I just like I like the the content, the lyrical content. I like the lyrics on it. I like most of it. But I give it a strong 8. My favorites are "Star Stud." Give me a hot second here.
It's a really hot second right now.
It's smoking.
So much tension in this second.
"Star Stud." I like "Aquarium." I like "Coral."
I could have pulled it up for you.
That's okay. I like "Nebraska" and "Okay Then."
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Next thing I listened to...
referencing the Community.
I didn't mean to. And if I did, I would have had to say it one more time.
No, you said cool. Cool.
You said cool, and I said cool.
Oh, I thought you said cool.
No.
Okay.
Next thing I listened to was "I Let It In and It Took Everything" by Loathe, which was an album that was recommended to me by one of my friends. It's this heavy metal, but also kind of shoegazy thing. And it's probably the first legit metal album I've actually listened to, all the way through, and I liked it. I thought it was good. I think there was some parts of it where the screaming and shit. I was just I feel like it doesn't fit with the rest of the song, what they were doing. But there's some really cool I don't know if acoustic's the right word, but more ballad moments with the shoegazy type of sound, and then every now and then there's some of the screaming stuff that I really like on it. But I only listened to it once, but I did enjoy my time. I thought it was fairly good. Just some issues with it, but I'd give it a light 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next thing I listened to was "Man-Made Sunshine" by Man-Made Sunshine, Connor Mason's little EP that he put out. His voice is still great, obviously. I like hearing him in styles of music that you'll never hear in Nothing But Thieves. Spectrum. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next if he continues to do this stuff. But I enjoy it quite a bit. I give it a light 7, and I liked "Little Bird," "Life's Gonna Kill You If You Let It," "Rosebud." That's almost all the songs.
I was gonna say that. You gonna say the last one?
I liked the.
Was it 4 or 5?
It was 5.
It was 5. Okay.
But yeah, I liked it. I give it a.
Cool.
Did I say light 7? Light 7.
Cool. Next thing I listened to was "Titanic Rising" by Wise Blood. I only listened to this once, but I need to listen to it more along with a future, possibly also Wise Blood album on this list. I need to listen to it more before giving really specific thoughts, but I enjoyed it a lot, and the song "Movies" fucking slaps. Maybe not slaps, but slaps in a Phoebe Bridgers type of slaps, Just
Fuck.
Yeah.
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 How Phoebe Bridgers makes you feel.
Exactly. What are you asking me? How?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, no. I'm done. That's
you're
all.
Not gonna say your favorite songs or your rating
movies.
on it.
Oh. Like I said, I need to listen to it more before giving it
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
I wasn't listening to you.
Yeah. I'm used to it.
Should be.
Yeah.
At this point, but almost 100 episodes in.
Yeah.
Next, I listened to Rom-Com by J.K. I haven't had the chance to return to it from the first listen, but off of that first listen, I'm still a little disappointed when it came out of it. But I do appreciate the fact that he put his whole Jussie into it. Just, I don't know. Pine Barrens I've loved a lot, and it just, this came out, and I was not expecting it to be that, and it just didn't hit as hard for me. But I do like Pine Barrens a lot. That's probably my favorite song off of there. From what I can remember, I think I liked a couple others. It's not very long. I didn't give the album a life, god damn it. Survival Horror, I also put a like on. And Every Day. I don't remember what those sound like. But yeah, that's rom-com for you.
Cool. Next thing I listened to, big one for me, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You by Quadeca.
I didn't mean it. Sorry.
Intrusive thoughts right there. Yeah, this is one that I went into just kind of being like okay with. I think it was only one single that he had beforehand, which was Born Yesterday. I was like, yeah, this is a pretty cool single. I'll check it out. But I came out of this, and the more I listened to it, the more I loved it. I really love the whole concept of him being a ghost and looking back on his life from the afterlife, and like all the details he goes into with how his family's coping with stuff and how he doesn't like that and all that kind of shit. There's a lot of really sad themes in here, but like it's all done in this really unique production style that I'm loving a lot. That I know isn't for everyone, but I like it a lot. It's a lot of great stuff in here, and one of my favorites of the year. My favorites on here are Tell Me a Joke, Born Yesterday, Knott's Fantasy World, and I think I'd throw Fractions of Infinity in there too. I really like that song. It's a really, really cool album. I like it a lot. Yeah. Oh, I'd probably give it like a decent 9 or so.
Cool.
Yeah.
My last album is also I Didn't Mean to Haunt You by Quadeca. You don't mean that. I didn't mean it either. But honestly, it didn't live up to the hype that you gave it.
Yeah.
However, I didn't read the lyrics along with it, and I only gave it one solid listen. So that might be part of it. Just, was not... I started listening to it. I was like, good, it's good. I liked the... Tell Me a Joke, is that what it's called? That one's really good. But, the first song was better than the first time I listened to it. But, his rapping, his delivery on the rapping really wasn't cutting it for me in the first half. Didn't love how it sounded, but his vocals, singing-wise, were very good on the latter half of the album.
Agreed.
And, I like the emotions he put into it. I like the story from what I could, ascertain from it without reading the lyrics. But, it's good. Just, it didn't connect with you as much as it did for you, which is fine.
Yeah.
I hope. Please don't hurt me.
No. You can't say... We can't have different opinions on Matt Watson, but... Or wait, we can have different opinions on Matt Watson, but my Quadecki, no, we can't go there.
My Quadecki. Wonky.
Wonky Sloan. Yeah.
I give it a light 7.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the ones that I liked. Cause I don't
oh, yeah, that's fair.
Quadeca, where'd you go? I didn't like the album, did I? Fuck, god damn it.
I knew you didn't like it. I know you're lying.
You're right, okay? I give it a light 2.
I hate it. I just want to be friends with you.
How do you think we became friends in the first place? I only started listening to Imagine Dragons to be friends with you.
Exactly.
Anyway. I like Tell Me a Joke, Born Yesterday, Fantasy World, Fractions of Infinity, and Cassini's Division.
No?
Yeah, I like how Cassini's Division really ends with that very ambient.
Oh yeah, that static is great. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
But you
Cool.
can go through the rest of your volley of albums.
Yeah, and just to, I do agree with you that the second half picks up a lot more.
Yes.
But I do, on my future listens, I did grow to appreciate like the first 4 tracks ish. I mean, minus Tell Me a Joke. I appreciated them more on future listens, but yeah, cool. Just want to throw that out there. Next thing I listened to was Man Made Sunshine by Man-Made Sunshine, and yeah, I have very similar feelings to Colin. I think it's just a solid what the fuck? It's sorry, Man or Muppet just jump scared us. I think it's a really solid EP. I think there's a lot of good stuff on here. You know, lyrically, Connor's voice is obviously great. I think overall it's just good. I think it just lacks a little bit of ambition and maybe like some personal flair, but overall there's a lot of good stuff on here. I remember liking Little Bird, Life's Gonna Kill You, and Rosebud, also liking those a lot, and then Brain in a Jar I thought was a little but overall I think I gave it like a light to decent 7, somewhere in there as well. It's a good EP. Check it out if you like Nothing But Thieves. Or just if you're curious, I don't know.
Yeah.
Next thing I listened to was Rom-Com by Mr. Naka Jacob.
Waka Jaka Flame.
Waka Jaka Flame. Yeah. And I kind of like this album. I think there's definitely a lot of issues with it. I'm not huge on all of like the sampling that he does, and I could definitely see why people like it, because it's really unique the way he samples, you know, internet memes or whatever, and relates them into like the themes of the songs, which I understand it, but I don't know, it's a little distracting at points, and I think the vocals are kind of okay throughout.
Good streams on it for him though.
Those are good streams. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's some things I like and some things I don't really like, but overall I think there's enough good in here for me. Like, yeah, that's a good album. I like it. I really liked Every Day, and like Totally Freak Me Out for whatever reason. I think it's just kind of fun. The way like Totally Freak Me Out. I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. And I also like Pine Barrens as well. And yeah, overall I give it like a light 7. Like I enjoy it, but I don't love it, and there's a lot of room to grow there. Yeah. And after that, I guess this will be my last one. The last thing I listened to was And in the Darkness, Hearts Aglow by Wise Blood, and it's a similar story to Titanic Rising, where I listened to it once. I really liked it that time, but not enough to... I don't know it well enough or have enough exposure to give like a solid feeling opinion on it. It's really pretty music. She makes really great stuff. I just haven't had the time to delve into it further than a first listen. Mm-hmm. So yeah, check it out though. It's a good album from this year.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Actually, you probably would like it. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Now we'll hop into our thoughts and you know our overall feelings on the Half Alive album, Conditions of a Punk. I spoiled myself on Mike's review. I spoiled myself on your review too, to be fair. Which is fine. You did your review before I did mine on Album of the Year, and I was like, oh, Colin's review. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, really?
What the fuck?
Ew.
Canceling the podcast. No.
I'll read my review off of Album of the Year. Just,
Actually, are you okay if I go first? Because I feel like I kind of want to end positive with this one. Just because, I mean, I'll go first on this one. I think I kind of went away. I think I ended up giving it the same exact score. Sorry, we're talking about Conditions of the Punk by Half Alive. I think you said that, but just to clearly state it, new Half Alive album. It contains all the songs from Giving You Shoulders Part 1. There is no such thing as a Part 2 in this world.
Or a Time 2.
Or a Time 2. That's a good point. Yeah, it's been a weird rollout, but I think this is the end of the era, at least in terms of like music being released. Mm-hmm. I can only hope.
Yeah, they're going on tour. They're going on quite a big tour. Actually,
so. Which is cool. But to update you on Give Me Your Shoulders Part 1, I gave it like a decent 6-ish. And I ended up giving Conditions of a Punk the same exact score. Because even though I think there are great stuff on here, a lot of it just kind of blends down to like really mid to me. I don't know. I'm not really huge on a lot of the new tracks. And there's 18 songs on here. It's 55 minutes long. And quite a bit of them I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't really do anything for me. I think it doesn't really have like the personality that I usually like from them, and that's a little disappointing to me. But I did like some stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up, or I'll just pull up the album because I think I remember which ones I like. Huh?
2022 Wrapped is here.
No, I don't care. We already talked about that. Oh wait, could I have done that on the computer? I guess I could have. I don't think they usually do that. Yeah, I mean, of like the ones from Give Me Your Shoulders Part 2 or Part 1, I do still like Move Me. I still like What's Wrong, and what's the other one I still like? Back Around. I still think those are all pretty good tracks. And then from the new ones, I like the opener. I like Conditions of a Punk. I think it has a good chorus to it. High Up, I think, is the best song on the album. I really love the chorus on that track, and the verses are pretty inventive too. And I also was liking I'll Stop, but I'll be honest, the last I don't know, few tracks I've only listened to once because I've not had the time to listen to them a lot. Mm-hmm. But I'll Stop I remember liking quite a bit too. But I don't know, there's just a lot of mid stuff on here that I wasn't really huge on, or like they would make a production choice and I'm just like, I don't really like that. Like it's leaning not completely as much as Make of It, but like some of the stuff leans somewhat towards more like AJR-ish type stuff, in a way that's a little unflattering to me. But like overall, I still think it's fine. I'm just not huge on a lot of it. The only thing I'll say is Bad Thoughts. I really did not like this track, and was a little sad that it was right next to Make of It, which was my previous least favorite song from them, and now it's kind of two of them right next to each other. I just thought the chorus on Bad Thoughts was really not that good. And the only other thing I want to mention is Never Been Better is the most Strokes song that the Strokes have never released.
Which is why I like it a lot.
I can see that, but
like that
the whole
song
time I was like, oh my god, this is just a Strokes song. There's nothing else.
I never thought about that, but I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But like, I think it's all right. Like, it's mostly just disappointment because I love their first album so much, and I just think this one is not as inventive or feels as creative consistently as their first album does. Yeah. And it's 18 tracks long. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it. But
I feel like the reason that it doesn't feel the same is because it's about something so much different.
Yeah, it's all about like love.
It's all about love. They put out a whole like Twitter thread and stuff like, you know, we allowed ourselves to sing about love and make songs about love. And while the last album was more, you know, ethereal feeling, like God, you know, all that shit.
God and shit, yeah.
Yeah, they said that.
I was going to say, I think that's just how they phrased that.
You know, this one's different. And I like it. I like this album quite a bit. You know, I wouldn't say this album is as punky as it is funky. Conditions of a Funk, more like.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I would have liked that title better.
Yeah. I said, thank God this thing is good. I was a bit worried for these boys after that strange rollout, as we've talked about throughout the year, really.
Yeah.
But, you know, even though I didn't dislike most of Give Me Your Shoulders, it definitely didn't hit as hard as Now Not Yet, and this album still doesn't hit as hard as Now Not Yet, but that's okay. They can have a little bit of a sophomore slump, but I don't think it's like that much of it, as much as you would. But, you know, I like the sound that they have going on, and even though the track list is long, most of the tracks felt mostly fleshed out to me, and I don't think it was too bloated, in my opinion. I do worry about some tracks as they could get lost in the fold. Some of those being Brighton and Yosemite, and I have no idea what Bad Thoughts sounds like, honestly. Just have no idea.
I forgot to. I just remember hearing this chorus last night and being like, oh no.
I do remember having a bad thought
About bad thoughts.
About bad thoughts, because Make of It had just happened, and while I don't hate Make of It as much as you do, or as much as I used to, it was very similar, and I was like, okay. But yeah, there's a couple songs that really can get lost in the fray, but those Give Me Your Shoulder songs I really do enjoy. Like Hot Tea, I love that song. Love that song. I'm
surprised Hot Tea has as much streams as it does.
Yeah, me too.
That's
But High Up, as you said, really good. Definitely one of the best on the album.
Yeah.
But the closer, Lost, very nice piano song. His voice sounds great on it. His voice sounds great on a lot of these tracks. I really like Nobody. I saw it on your least favorites. I don't know why, but
I just don't like Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no.
But I don't know. I like the chorus of that one a lot. I like the feeling of it. The middle kind of like drops out for whatever reason and goes into this weird like, it's like everything's in the background and it's just kind of like very muddled and quiet. But then I just really like that chorus a lot. But I like this album quite a bit, and I was very surprised to like it as much as I did with how shaky this year has been for them. But I give it a light 8.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool. I'm glad. Yeah, no, I mean, I wanted to end positive with this one because I do, love this band. I want to see this band do great things. I'm a little stressed right now. It could possibly be part of it. But I don't know. I'll keep you updated, I guess, at the end of December. Well, actually, it'll be into January by the time we talk about this because of a little award show that may or may not be around the corner. Coming to a podcast near you.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, folks. We got multiple different hosts.
Yeah, we got a guest artist coming on. Yeah.
And we got a lot of good categories waiting for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Kanye's really taking all the exposure he can.
He really is. Donda 2 was nominated for every category.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's also the guest artist.
Oh, Mike.
What?
You can't.
Oh shit! I was supposed to cancel him after.
Yeah.
After all the shit that happened yesterday.
You weren't supposed to do that shit. You were all like, who are we gonna get if he doesn't come on?
I could always call up, UK prison, and maybe get a live Rex Orange County performance, but
I don't know.
We could always separate the art from the artist as he sings from.
While I love his music.
Yeah,
and it's meant a lot to me throughout the last 5 years. I don't think it's the best move for us.
Yeah. You know what? After thinking about it a little bit more, maybe you're right with that.
We do have to find those Kanye correspondents, though, because they have been out running amok, and we cannot have them being out that much. I don't know what they're doing with the news that's been coming out. I don't know if they even have phones to see the news that's been coming out.
Yeah, I think they got rid of them, so there's no tracking on them. Because I've tried looking for their phones a couple times now.
You gave them phones? I'm surprised by that.
It was child locked. It was.
Okay. It was
they could only. They could
phone.
only look up news that had titles that had Kanye the title of them. That's all they could do.
They are the Kanye correspondents.
They needed to know all things Kanye, all things, all the time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find them. Maybe we'll see what's going on with them at some point in the near future, but
I wouldn't say they're too far gone. They better not be.
Yeah, no, they better not have crossed state lines, because I don't want to. While they are little rascals, I don't want them to get too cold.
Yeah, it's even fucking cold out there.
Yeah,
they can only.
I don't know why they wouldn't want to stay in the closet where it's warm.
They're gonna be the cold.
Where they get water once a week.
Yeah, it's twice a week.
Oh, twice a week?
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
What about food?
Food is once a week. You need water.
They can only listen to Kanye.
Yeah.
They have Spotify.
Their Spotify raps are crazy.
They only... they have Spotify, but the only artist that's not hidden is Kanye.
Yeah. And Kids See Ghosts.
I wonder what their raps look like, honestly.
Yeah, I know what their top artist is.
Yeah. Would it just be Kanye 5 times, or would it be just Kanye?
Good it would probably be just like how my podcasts were.
Yeah.
It would probably just give them the amount that they listened to.
Right.
So 1.
I wonder what their top songs were.
I don't know, probably probably fuck.
I bet the one that looks like you, his is Black Skinhead. His top song.
You think he looks like me?
A little bit.
I can't see it.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the one that looks like you, it's definitely Television.
You think he looks like me?
I mean, with the glasses, you know, when you have the glasses on, I think it kind of, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just see two people with glasses on.
I
Oh, that's the same person.
Don't remember what Tell Me the Vision is.
Television.
Yeah.
That's the really shitty Donda. Or sorry, if he's listening, I want you to come back. So the really great Donda interlude where it's just a piano going bom 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 bom, and then Pop Smoke's going, "We made it, we made it," with really muffled vocals.
Yeah.
And censored muffled vocals. Mm. Yeah. The most high effort Kanye track. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. I really hope neither of them had the part 2s as their top 5 songs.
Yeah.
But that's enough talking about Kanye and the correspondence. Come back to us.
Yes. They will be back.
They will be back.
Or they'll regret it. Anyways, the Brokies around the corner, as I said like 5 minutes ago.
That was a little weird tangent. But
around the corner. That'll be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a weird month. Next week, we're going to be drawing for artist analysis, but it won't be coming out for a couple weeks after that.
Yeah.
Just because, like, the semester's ending, we're both going home, we have to film in advance.
Yeah.
We really got to get the guest artists in line for the Brokies, and he's on a weird schedule too.
Yeah.
Or they're on a weird, I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
But they're on a weird schedule as well. So it's just going to be a weird mad dash for the end of the year. But we do have a lot of fun stuff coming. So get excited, MILFs.
Yeah.
But it's time for Song of the Week. Song of the Week. How far are we into the episode, Mike?
We are an hour and 11
All right,
minutes.
not too bad.
Not too shabby.
You're first this week.
I am first this week.
So what are you going with?
I re-listened to the Big Thief album again this week, and
Sorry,
I finally have an opinion on it.
What?
It's good. It's good. It's very bloated. Well, okay, I don't want to say bloated. It's just very long.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is very similar. But it's all pretty good. So, like, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it's good. It's just very long, and I don't feel like listening to the whole thing most of the time. But Time Escaping is a track that is the second track, and I've heard probably like 5 or 6 times now as I've tried to listen to the album. And I always enjoy it a lot. I think it's a really great track. So I'm going to go Time Escaping by Big Thief.
Cool.
I was looking at the microphone like it was the camera.
Hi, MILFs.
Hey.
What's up, all you sexy MILFs out there? It's time for Time Thief. Hello, MILFs. That was Time Escaping.
By Big Thief. What did you... like an NPC. What did you think of that?
I thought it was very pretty. Okay. We were distracted for most of it, but
Yeah.
I like her voice a lot.
Yes.
And I do like the percussion was good.
Yeah.
I've wanted to listen to that album since it came out, but it's just so long, and I have not had the drive.
I completely understand it. That's why I finally got around to my third full listen and finally had a solid opinion on it.
Yeah. I did like that song a lot, though.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like it quite a bit. There's a lot of just like hidden gems all throughout there that I was just like, oh, like it's some nice stuff. I really like the percussion on that track too. I love how just like rinky dinky it kind of sounds, and then the chorus, "Time Escaping," so nice. It's a cool track from a cool album that's very long. If you honestly, it's like one of those like if you just have like a day where you're just like, I want to listen to something. Okay. Yeah. it's just like that.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll put Wise Blood and Big Thief on my list.
Yeah, there you go. Get some women in your life. Come on.
I listen to a lot of women. I don't think you listen to enough women.
Wow. I have a woman on my wall. I'm referring to...
Let it out!
I'm referring
Mike!
to my Phoebe Bridgers album. Anyways, what do you have for us this week, Colin?
I listened to that Big Thief album. No, I did not. I listened to that Wet Leg album, Wet Leg, their debut album.
Yes.
I've seen them all over TikTok for like the whole year, and you know, I've been their sound has interested me, but I just recently this week I was like looking for something to listen to before the Half Alive album came out, and I chose this one, and I liked it quite a bit. I'm gonna go with the second song on there, Chez Lounge.
Chez Lounge.
By Wet Leg.
Should be horizontal now.
Alright, that was Chez Lounge by Wet Leg. What do you think, Mike?
I liked it. Yeah, the delivery, I liked how dry it was. It was dry, but it felt, sarcastic, kind of quirky.
Yeah.
I liked it, though. It was in the guitar shit was pretty
kind of like
cool,
little
too.
strokesy guitar.
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah, I like that song a lot. That one was what I was seeing. I was seeing their like live performances of that song on TikTok a lot, like a few months ago, and I was like, I should listen to that, and I finally got around to it. And it's good.
I think I said this right after we turned the stuff off, but I've been meaning to listen to them and this album because I've been hearing a lot of stuff about them. So yeah, I'll probably check that out. I'm going to check out a lot of things once I'm checked out of this movie.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I liked it.
Cool. Great. Glad you liked it.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
But I don't like you.
Yeah.
And that's why we're ending the podcast right now.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you want to see our beautiful faces,
I shaved earlier this week.
so did I shaved today.
Wow.
Whoa. You can go over to YouTube. You can see us. We're here. We're always here. We're trapped. Help. But if you don't want to see our beautiful face and you just want to listen to us on the go, you can go to Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. We're there. Give us a like. Give us a little 5-star review on Spotify or Apple. Whichever you want to do. I won't
do
judge.
Both.
Yeah. Go do both.
Yeah. Takes like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Why haven't you already?
Yeah. I bet Mike hasn't either. If you want to listen to either of the songs of the week we just had, there's 3 playlists. There's one for me, there's one for Mike, and there's one for both of us. And you can listen to Time Escaping or Chez Lounge. French.
Did not you were bilingual.
Great songs. The playlists are the playlist combined is almost 13 hours long. Dude, you can listen to that for half the day.
Yeah.
And if you put it on loop, you can listen to it for the full day. Do it.
Do it.
But if you want to find us other places, you can do that. Mike has a litany of things that he does and where he stays and what he likes to do. One of the things he likes to do is stand right behind you a little too uncomfortably close and just sniff your hair. And that's weird, and I've told him to stop, but he just won't.
Why should I?
I don't know. Ask for permission first.
Why should I?
But no, he has an album of the year where he reviews albums. He makes music, and he has a album that you can listen to called Coping Mechanism. It's on Spotify or wherever you listen to fucking music.
It is an album of this year.
It is an album of this year. And it's everywhere, dude. Listen to it. It's fantastic. I was listening to Pedals earlier this week, and I was fucking bawling my eyes out. I was bawling. Because he almost dropped that shit. He almost cut that shit from the album.
That's true. Yeah.
And I would have,
You talked me into it.
Yeah.
You talked me into it.
If he didn't, I would have been staring at him when he woke up the next morning with a knife.
Oh, okay. At first I was like, oh, that's a dream, but then you added the knife.
He also has a bunch of different social medias you can follow him on, like Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or... YouTube. Go watch him on YouTube.
Yeah.
Go watch a bunch of his old piano covers.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of good shit there. He's a YouTuber that released music this year. If you want to find me places, you can find me a couple places. I run the TikTok and the Twitter for the podcast. I also have an album of the year where I review albums. I just reviewed Conditions of a Punk, so you can look at that. Give it a like. It's got 3 likes, which
he's one of the most liked reviews on that
Let's
album.
go! Just waiting for Brad and Fantana to release theirs, so I get just buried.
I'm sure Fantana will release that soon.
Has he done Matt Watson yet? He
didn't do a review of it, I don't think. He did the interview.
Okay, anyway. I have an album of the year I just mentioned. I have a letterbox where I review movies. Go check that out. I review a lot of movies. Most recently, I did the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which was a blast. And then I also have a Instagram review page for albums, which I haven't used in well over a year, but it's there and you can look at it.
Mm-hmm. It's relics.
Maybe dust it off, clear the cobwebs.
A little archaeology.
Yeah, but it's there and you can look at it. But I don't know if I'm missing anything. Don't think I am.
I think you had everything. Yeah.
And I'll leave you with this.
我现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就冰淇淋，速度与激情就我最喜欢。
You really can't speak Mandarin.
所以现在是音乐时间，准备
，1、2、
3，2个礼拜。
Oh, really? Can you speak Mandarin?
说冰淇淋。
That's racist.
We'll see you next week.
Cancelled.